إن الله وملائكته يصلون على النبي يا أيها الذين آمنوا صلوا عليه وسلموا تسليما اللهم صل على سيدنا محمد وعلى آل سيدنا محمد.
Inshallah, we'll start with Salawat book, page number 5. Allahumma salli wa sallim ala Nabina Muhammad alayhi salam salatan tadumu wa tuhda ilayh mamara layali wa tuladawam. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم إنا فتحنا لك فتحا مبينا ليغفرك الله ما تقدم من ذنبك وما تأخر ويتم نعمته عليك ويهديك صراطا مستقيما وينصرك الله نصرا عزيزا لقد جاءكم رسول من أنفسكم عزيز عليه ما عنتم حريص عليكم بالمؤمنين رؤوف رحيم فإن تولوا فقل حسبي الله لا إله إلا هو عليه توكلت وهو رب العرش العظيم إن الله وملائكته يصلون على النبي يا أيها الذين آمنوا صلوا عليه وسلموا تسليما اللهم صل على سيدنا محمد وعلى آل سيدنا محمد. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. الفاتحة لنا ولكم يا حاضرون ووالدنا ووالدكم وحالنا وأولادنا ولمشايخنا ولمن حضرنا ولمن غاب عنا ولأحيائنا ولأمواتنا وللمواظبين على هذا المجلس ولمن كان سببا في جمعنا بأن الله الكريم ينبر القلوب ويغفر الذنوب ويستر العيوب ويحفظنا بما حفظ به الذكر وينصرنا بما نصر به الرسول وأن الله الكريم يجعل مجلسنا هذا محاطا بالخيرات والمسرات والأنوار والبركات ويقضي لنا جميع الحاجات بجاه خير البريات وأن الله ينصر المسلمين وعلى نيتنا الله الكريم ينصر سلطان الأولياء مولانا الشيخ محمد ناظم عادل الحقاني قدس الله سره بجاه خير الأنام وعلى كل نية صالحة مع حسن الخاتمة عند الموت بعد العمر المديد في طاعة الله وإلى حضرة النبي بسر سورة الفاتحة. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. أنت سلطاننا يا ربنا اغفر لنا وارحمنا وتب علينا وزد حبيبك سيد الأولين والآخرين سيدنا محمد صلى الله عليه وسلم زده يا رب عزا وشرافا ونورا وسرورا وسلطانا ورضوانا رغما في الشيطان ومن تبعه. عباد الله رجال الله أغيثونا بأهل الله وكونوا عوننا في الله أسانا هذا بفضل الله ويا أكتاب ويا أنجاب ويا سادات ويا أحباب وأنتم يا أولي الألباب تعالوا وانصروا لله عباد الله رجال الله أغيثونا بأهل الله وكونوا عوننا في الله أسانا هذا بفضل الله سألناكم وللزلفى رجوناكم وفي أمر قصدناكم فشدوا أمركم لله عباد الله رجال الله أغيثونا بأهل وكونوا عوننا في الله أسانا هذا بفضل الله فيا ربي بسادتي تحقق لي إشاراتي يا سادتي بشاراتي ويصفو أمرنا لله عباد الله رجال الله أغيثونا بأهل الله فكونوا عوننا في الله أسانا هذا بفضل الله بكشف الحجب عن عيني ورفع البين من بيني وصرف القلب والعين بنور الوجه يا الله عباد الله رجال الله أغيثونا به وكونوا عوننا في الله أسانا هذا بفضل الله صلاة الله مولانا على من بالهدى جانا ومن بالحق أولانا شفي الخلق عند الله عباد الله رجال الله أغيثونا بأهل الله فكونوا عوننا في الذا أسانا هذا بفضل الله. مدد 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 يا سيدي مدد 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 يا رسول الله مدد يا أبو بكر صديق مدد يا عمر فاروق مدد ترجمان فارسي مدد 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 يا سيد مدد 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 يا رسول الله مدد يا قاسم مدد يا صديق مدد يا بستامي مدد يا خرقاني مدد 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 يا سيدي مدد 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 يا رسول الله مدد يا فرمادي مدد يا همداني مدد يا خضر مدد يا غجدباني مدد يا عارف مدد يا فغنبي مدد 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 يا سيدي مدد 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 يا رسول الله مدد يا رميتاني مدد يا سمباسي مدد يا أمير كلال مدد يا شاه نقشبند مدد يا غتارو مدد يا شرخي مدد 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 يا سيدي مدد 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 يا رسول الله مدد يا أحراري مدد يا زاهدي مدد يا درويشو مدد يا أمكنكي مدد يا باكب الله مدد يا سرهندي مدد 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 يا سيدي مدد 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 يا رسول الله مدد يا معصومي مدد يا سيف الدين مدد يا بدواني مدد يا شمس الدين مدد يا دهلاوي مدد يا بغدادي مدد 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 يا سيدي مدد 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 يا رسول الله مدد يا إسماعيل مدد يا خاص محمد مدد يا راغي مدد يا أمك مدد 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 يا سيدي مدد 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 يا رسول الله مدد يا صغوري مدد يا مدني مدد يا شرف الدين مدد يا عبد الله مدد 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 يا سيدي مدد 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 يا رسول الله مدد يا شيخ ناظم مدد يا شيخ هشام مدد يا شيخ عدنان مدد يا شيخ عادل مدد 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 يا سيدي مدد 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 يا رسول الله مدد مدد يا إمام العارفين، مدد يا سخاوي، مدد يا معروف بملحان، مدد يا غوث لنا، مدد 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 يا سيد، مدد 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 يا رسول الله، مدد يا إمام مهدي، مدد يا خليفة الله، مدد يا إمام مهدي، مدد يا خليفة الله، مدد 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 يا سيدي، مدد 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 يا رسول الله.
يا ربي صل على محمد، يا ربي صل عليه وسلم، يا ربي صل
على محمد، يا ربي صل عليه وسلم، يا ربي بلغ الوسيلة، يا ربي خصه بالفضيلة، يا ربي وارض عن الصحابة، يا ربي وارض عن السلالة، يا ربي صل على محمد، يا ربي صل عليه وسلم، يا ربي صل على محمد، يا ربي صل عليه وسلم، يا ربي بارد عن المشايخ، يا ربي فارحم والدينا، يا ربي وارحمنا جميعا، يا ربي وارحم كل مسلم، يا ربي صل على محمد، يا ربي صل عليه وسلم، يا ربي صل على محمد، يا ربي صل عليه وسلم، يا ربي واغفر لكل مذنب، يا ربي يا سامع دعانا، يا ربي لا تقطع رجانا، يا ربي بلغنا نزور، يا ربي صل على محمد، يا ربي صل عليه وسلم، يا ربي صل على محمد، يا ربي صل عليه وسلم، يا ربي طغشنا بنوري، يا ربي حفظك وأمانك، يا ربي واسكننا جنانك، يا ربي أجرنا من عذابك، يا ربي صل على محمد، يا ربي صل عليه وسلم، يا ربي صل على الشهادة يا ربي حطنا بالسعادة يا ربي واصلح كل مسلم يا ربي واكفي كل ماضي يا ربي صلي على محمد يا ربي
صلي
عليه وسلم يا ربي صلي على محمد يا ربي صلي عليه وسلم.
Inshallah, page 2 on the Farsi Salawat book.
ای دلبر رعنای من از من چرا رنجیده ای ای دلبر رعنای من از من چرا رنجیده ای سرو خوش بالای من از من چرا رنجیده از من چرا رنجیده الله مدد الله مدد یا شاه نقشبندی مدد یا شاه نقشبندی مدد یا شاه نقشبندی مدد یا شاه نقشبندی مدد رنجیده ای رنجیده گاهم گناه بخشیده ای از من گناه چه دیده ای از من چرا رنجیده ای از من چرا رنجیده ای الله مدد الله مدد یا شاه نقشبندی مدد یا شاه نقشبندی مدد یا شاه نقشبندی مدد یا شاه نقشبندی مدد گر من بمیرم از غمت کنم فتت بر گردنم فردا بگیرن دامنم از من چرا رنجیده ای از من چرا رنجیده ای الله مدد الله مدد یا شاه نقشبندی مدد یا شاه نقشبندی مدد یا شاه نقشبندی مدد یا شاه نقشبندی مدد یا پیر بلسا حقانی مدد یا شاه نقشبندی مدد الله مدد الله مدد یا شاه نقشبندی مدد یا شاه نقشبندی مدد یا شاه نقشبندی مدد یا شاه نقشبندی مدد.
Inshallah, page 4, 6, and 12 on the Farsi Salawat book.
سر کوی بلند فریاد کردم علی شیر خدا را یاد کردم علی شیر خدا دردم دوا کن مناجات مرا پیش خدا کن مولا علی جانم مولا علی جان مولا علی جانم مولا علی جان امیر المومنین یا شاه مردان یار یا شاه مردان یار یا شاه مردان دل ناشاد مان را شاد و گردان یار یا شاه مردان یار یا شاه مردان علی 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 مولا علی جانم مولا علی جان مولا علی جانم مولا علی جان شبی در محفلی ذکر علی بود شنیدم عارفین فرزاد فرمود اگه دست علی دست خدا نیست چرا دست دیگر مشکل کشا نیست مولا علی جانم مولا علی جان مولا علی جانم مولا علی جان امیر المومنین یا شاه مردان یار یا شاه مردان یار یا شاه مردان دل ناشاد مان را شاد و گردان یار یا شاه مردان یار یا شاه مردان علی 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 مولا علی جانم مولا علی جان مولا علی جانم مولا علی جان اگر دوزخ به زیر پوست داری نسوزه گر علی را گوست داری اگه مهر علی در سینه از نیست بسوزه گر هزاران پوست داری مولا علی جانم مولا علی جان مولا علی جانم مولا علی جان امیر المومنین یا شاه مردان یار یا شاه مردان یار یا شاه مردان دل ناشاد مان را شاد و گردان یار یا شاه مردان یار یا شاه مردان مولا علی جانم مولا علی جان مولا علی جانم مولا علی جان مولا علی یا حیدر مولا علی یا حیدر مولا علی یا حیدر مولا علی یا حیدر آبروی عالم ولایت تو آقا دارو نداره من فدای تو آقا ای که جان جهانی فخر حيدر مولا علي يا حيدر مولا علي يا حيدر مولا علي يا حيدر مولا علي يا حيدر نومت السفاي رمضان الكريم مسير حبته سيرات المستقيم راحت راه هداية بدر تو بنهاية فرمانا ما عناية حق مالك وغمبر مولا علي يا حيدر مولا علي يا حيدر مولا علي مولا علي يا حيدر مولا علي يا حيدر دعا کن اربعین باشور عاشورا از نجف برویم به سوی کربلا خورشید عالمینی نبی را نور عینی گریه کن حسینی صبح روز محشر مولا علی یا حیدر 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 کجا بودی آقا به روز عاشورا حسینت لب تشنه گردیده سر جدا ذکرش شاگرد یارب جانش آمده مرلب امان از دل زینب در ماتم برادر حسین غرب مادر مولا علی یا حیدر 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 مولا علی یا حیدر
اللهم صل وسلم وبارك عليه وعلى آله. السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته.
وعليكم السلام ورحمة الله.
الحمد لله رب العالمين والصلاة والسلام أشرف المرسلين سيدنا ومولانا محمد المصطفى صلى الله عليه وسلم بمددكم ونظركم سيدي يا رسول الكريم يا حبيب العظيم. مدد يا سيدي يا سلطان الأولياء من الشيخ عبد الفايز الداغستاني اسمه الشيخ محمد ناظم عادل الحقاني مولانا الشيخ هشام كباني الشيخ عدنان كباني الشيخ محمد عادل مع عبد الخالق الخورشيد الولي صاحب زمان سيد محمد المهدي عليه السلام روح الله سيدنا عيسى عليه السلام وسيف الله سيدنا عليه السلام ثم سيدنا أبو بكر الصديق سيدنا عمر سيدنا عثمان إمام الحسن عليه السلام إمام الحسين عليه السلام سيداتنا فاطمة عليه السلام وسائر وساداتنا وصدقنا الفاتحة. يا سيدي الكريم آمين يا رب العالمين. الحمد لله. Inshallah, let's continue with our Milad al-Nabi sallallahu alaihi wasallam inshallah.
Inshallah, page 12 on the Farsi Salawat book.
لا فتى إلا علي لا سيف إلا ذوالفقار لا فتى إلا علي لا سيف إلا ذوالفقار ادخلوا على محمد كل ليل ونهار لا فتى إلا علي لا سيف إلا ذوالفقار لا فتى إلا علي لا سيف إلا ذوالفقار ادخلوا على محمد كل ليل ونهار بارها گفت محمد که علی جان من است بارها گفت محمد که علی جان من است هم به جان علی و هم به محمد صلوات لا فتى إلا علی لا سيف إلا ذوالفقار لا فتى إلا علی لا سيف إلا ذوالفقار اذكروا على محمد كل ليل ونهار يا قاهر العدو يا ولي الولي يا مظهر اسمه علی بابا علی بابا هو 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 لا فتى إلا علي لا سيف إلا ذوالفقار لا فتى إلا علي لا سيف إلا ذوالفقار اذكروا على محمد كل ليل ونهار يا نكتب بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم يا نكتب بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم يا أسد الله غالب يا مرتزا يا علي يا أسد الله غالب يا مرتزا يا علي لا فتى إلا علي لا سيف إلا ذوالفقار لا فتى إلا علي لا سيف إلا ذوالفقار اذكروا على محمد كل ليل ونهار أبال وخير علي ظاهر وباطن علي يا أبا الحسن علي يا أبا الحسين علي جان پیغمبر علي معشوق زهرا علي يا شاه مردان علي يا شیر یزدان علي يا حکم و فرمان علي يا نور جانان علي ای جان جانان علي ای جان جانان علي ای تو درمان علي ای تو درمان علي لا فتى إلا علي لا سيف إلا ذوالفقار لا فتى إلا علي لا سيف إلا ذوالفقار اذكروا على محمد كل ليل ونهار.
Inshallah, page 72 on the Urdu Qawwali book. Just a little time till I come to shore, somewhere that I've seen but never been before. I am driftwood now, I am homeward bound. Pull me from the sea, save what's left of me, 'cause I'm tired and worn from the tides and storms, so forgive my wrongs. I am driftwood now, I am homeward bound. Pull me from the sea, say what's left of me, 'cause I'm tired and worn from the tides and storms, and I've made my plans back on drier land, so forgive my wrongs, my wrongs. توی خدای عالم و آدم، نجاتم ده از این همه غم. در کام طوفان مندم سرگردان، برس بردادم ای نور ایمان. به تو رو کردم با چشم گریان، من بی تو هیچم. ابر بارانم دور از یارانم، رها کن یا رب از این زندانم. نمانده طاقت در جسم و جانم، ببخش از رحمت سر و سامانم. من بی تو هیچم، هیچم.
एक बहर बेकरां बे नाम बे निशान, मंजिल से बेखबर तूफान के दरमियां। टूटा हुआ हूँ मैं, बिखरा हुआ हूँ मैं, कहने को कुछ नहीं, उजड़ा हुआ हूँ मैं तेरा ही आसरा। उम्मीद है मेरी फरियाद सुन लो यार रहमतुल आलमीन। किस्मत संवार दो, डूबे को तार दो, नैया बनो मेरी मूसा सपार दो। तौबा कबूल हो, मुर्शिद का साथ दो, वरना मैं कज अमल लाचार रहूंगा। नजरे करम करो या शाह नक्शबंद, बिगड़ी संवार दो या शेख नाजिम, या कुत खवास, या नूर जाने जा गहराइयों में हूँ। बनो मेरा कारवां कारवां।
I am driftwood now, I am homeward bound. Pull me from the sea, save what's left of me. Namonde taqat dar jismo janam bebakhshas rahmat sar o samanam man bito hisham. So forgive my wrongs, my wrongs.
Inshallah, Urdu Qali book, page 56. है हुसैनी सैयदो सरदार ख्वाजा नक्शबंद, है तजल्ली ये शहे अबरार ख्वाजा नक्शबंद। है हुसैनी सैयदो सरदार ख्वाजा नक्शबंद, है तजल्ली ये शहे अबरार ख्वाजा नक्शबंद। खुद में है एक मंबा अनवार ख्वाजा नक्शबंद, खुद में है एक मंबा अनवार ख्वाजा नक्शबंद, खुद में है एक मंबा अनवार ख्वाजा नक्शबंद। रोशनी का बेगुमा मीनार ख्वाजा नक्शबंद, रोशनी का बेगुमा मीनार ख्वाजा नक्शबंद। है हुसैनी सैयदो सरदार ख्वाजा नक्शबंद, है तजल्ली शहे अबरार ख्वाजा नक्शबंद। है हुसैनी सैयदो सरदार ख्वाजा नक्शबंद, है तजल्ली शहे अबरार ख्वाजा नक्शबंद। जिंदगी अपनी अदाए मुस्तफा में डाल कर, जिंदगी अपनी अदाए मुस्तफा में डाल कर, जिंदगी अपनी अदाए मुस्तफा में डाल कर। इश्क अहमद में रहे सरशार ख्वाजा नक्शबंद, इश्क अहमद में रहे सरशार ख्वाजा नक्शबंद। है हुसैनी सैयदो सरदार ख्वाजा नक्शबंद, है तजल्ली शहे अबरार ख्वाजा नक्शबंद। फातिमा ज़हरा अली मुर्तज़ा के फैज़ से, फातिमा ज़हरा अली मुर्तज़ा के फैज़ से, फातिमा ज़हरा अली मुर्तज़ा
रज़ा के फैज़ से
इल्म इरफान का बने मैया ख्वाजा नक्शबंद इल्म इरफान का बने मैया ख्वाजा नक्शबंद है हुसैनी सैयदो सरदार ख्वाजा नक्शबंद है तजल्ली शहे अबरार ख्वाजा नक्शबंद जाफर सादिक की चौखट से सरे से देखता जाफर सादिक की चौखट से सरे से देखता जाफर सादिक की चौखट से सरे से देखता निस्बतों के है अलम बरदार ख्वाजा नक्शबंद निस्बतों के है अलम बरदार ख्वाजा नक्शबंद है हुसैनी सैयदो सरदार ख्वाजा नक्शबंद है तजल्ली शहे अबरार ख्वाजा नक्शबंद हज़रत सिद्दीक़ से जो नूर का दरिया बहा हज़रत सिद्दीक़ से जो नूर का दरिया बहा हज़रत सिद्दीक़ से जो नूर का दरिया बहा है उसी दरिया के गोहर बार ख्वाजा नक्शबंद है उसी दरिया के गोहर बार ख्वाजा नक्शबंद है हुसैनी सैयदो सरदार ख्वाजा नक्शबंद है तजल्ली शहे अबरार ख्वाजा नक्शबंद है हुसैनी सैयदो सरदार ख्वाजा नक्शबंद है तजल्ली शहे अबरार ख्वाजा नक्शबंद।
चलो पेज नंबर 22। सैयदी या सैयदी मोहम्मद या हबीबी सैयदी या सैयदी मोहम्मद या हबीबी हुब्बक बि क़ल्बी रासी शरफ़ व इज़्ज़ व निबरासी हुब्बक बि क़ल्बी रासी शरफ़ व इज़्ज़ व निबरासी राफ़िना लक अला रासी राफ़िना लक अला रासी वल्लाह फ़ीही ताबाहिना सैयदी या सैयदी मोहम्मद या हबीबी सैयदी या सैयदी मोहम्मद या हबीबी तालिब बरका जनाबा मिन आसार व अहबाबा तालिब बरका जनाबा मिन आसार व अहबाबा यशहद ली फिल असहाबा यशहद ली फिल असहाबा तमिल आरिफिना सैयदी या सैयदी मोहम्मद या हबीबी सैयदी या सैयदी मोहम्मद या हबीबी यशरब ताहा बिल क़िरबा वसहाबी या मिल हुब्बा यशरब ताहा बिल क़िरबा वसहाबी या मिल हुब्बा तिक़ता मिन मौदी शुरबा तिक़ता मिन मौदी शुरबा तिजअलहा बरकाज़िना सैयदी या सैयदी मोहम्मद या हबीबी या जुदना बिल गुफ़रान जुदना बिल गुफ़रान या हन्नान या मन्नान या क़दीमुल इहसान बरजूदिक मलयान जुदना बिल गुफ़रान जुदना बिल गुफ़रान जुदले हाज़ल इंसान अब्दु सूई ख़ज़ियान बिन ज़ुनूबी वहलान ख़ाइफ़े इनक ग़ज़बान ख़ाइफ़े इनक ग़ज़बान या हल्लन
या मन्नान या क़दीमुल इहसान بحر جودك مليان
بحر جودك مليان جد لنا بالغفران جد لنا بالغفران لا تخيب راجي تحت بابك لاجي لم يزل في الضاجي قائلا يا حنان قائلا يا حنان يا رب وخليل الرحمن يا حنان يا منان يا قديم الإحسان بحر جودك مليان جد لنا بالغفران جد لنا بالغفران بأهل التربشان والفقيه المشهار وبيال الأبرار من بهم حالي زار من بهم حالي زار يا حنان يا منان يا قديم الإحسان بحر جودك مليان جد لنا بالغفران جد لنا بالغفران.
اللهم صل وسلم على رب العالمين. فأعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. أطيعوا الله أطيعوا الرسول وأولي الأمر منكم. And always a reminder for myself, أنا عبدك العاجز الضعيف مسكين الظالم الجهل, and but for the grace of Allah that we're still in existence. Alhamdulillah that Allah gave us the life to enter into the holy month of Sha'ban and coming now into the holy month of Ramadan. InshaAllah by Tuesday, Wednesday they see the moon and will begin to give us direction on when to start the fast inshaAllah. And always a reminder that Ramadan is an immense reset, an immense opening in spirituality, that Allah gives us an opportunity to be washed clean. And the gates of rahmah and the opening of mercy are the first 10 days of Ramadan, in which allows the servant to even enter into that blessing. For anyone who tries to fast voluntarily, they see how difficult fasting is and all of the energy against the nafs and nafs fighting back. And it's Allah's mercy that He opens the gate of rahmah in the first 10 days so that people can enter into that reality and enter into these oceans of forgiveness and the oceans to clean away the fire of sins and bad character. That is a Ramadan based on all our senses, the Ramadan of hearing in which we fast with our hearing and try not to hear that which is of no value to the soul, fasting with our eyes and keeping the nazar and the gaze upon our path, that the eyes to be continuously looking for what I'm doing is based on my path and to take me to the outcome that I'm trying to achieve. We said before that we write the last chapter first, is that what I want to achieve in life, Ya Rabbi, with my soul and with my spirituality, and that should determine the entire path and direction and the course in which I take my life. If we have a clear ending chapter, then everything and every choice that we make to fulfill that last chapter, we write the book based on its ending. So then our book becomes much clearer. Every chapter of my life then should be towards that final chapter and the ending of that book. We fast with our ears on what we hear, fast with our eyes on what we see, fast with the breath and the power of the breath and the reality of divine power, and that our life is a breath away. All that we plan for our life and all that we plan for the years to come, all of it is based on one breath. So all the planning in the world can't help you if Allah only gives you one more breath. So our life is between these two breaths, the one that you breathe in and the one that you breathe out. For if Allah says, this is it, and only Allah knows how many breaths He gave to a servant. They can make all the preparations they want, but if they can't If Allah wrote for them not a breath, there's not a machine, there's not a device, there's not an entire nation can put you back to breathing if Allah determined that you're not going to breathe another breath. So means then fasting with our breath, being conscious of the power of the breath and that our life exists within that breath, and to reach a state of consciousness. And that's why the power of breathing, the power of the tafakkur and the meditation was said before. And so many people have this issue of how to cut the past, how to cut the sadness of depression that's causing the thought of all past issues in their lives, and how to cut the anxiety of the future, that what does the future hold and what's going to happen and how everything's going to come, and the danger of that anxiety. And that has to do with the power of the breath. For if we truly can fight the anxiety of the future and cut the depression from the past and the issues of the past, we live within that moment, and that breath, that meditation, that day releases its power and its bounty upon the soul. So Ramadan is a great reset because of the fasting, because the fasting burns the nafs so bad, burns shaitan so bad. We have all the time to contemplate. So it's an immense opportunity to think of our lives and think of the moment and meditate for Divine power and Divine grace, and that Allah cleanse us of the wrongs and that purify us and perfect our faith and perfect the light. And fasting with our sense of touch and the realities of sensitivity to touch, to make the heart more sensitive to its energies and to its realities. That when we take our life fast and eating and enjoying, the sense of touch becomes overlooked and you become more sensitive in your state of fasting. Whether your body's more sensitive to pain and to everything that it's feeling as a result of food not moving through, waters and drink not moving through the body. So the body becomes hyper alert at that time. So all of the senses are being activated, and the highest sense, the sense of taste. So not only the taste from abstinence of food, but the importance of that reality of taste, that to open the doors of compassion. That if I'm struggling for these 30 days and for this day and for this hour waiting for my iftar time to eat, what about all the people whom Ramadan seems to be perpetual for them, means they don't have food. They struggle to find food to eat in the morning, they struggle to even eat at night with hunger within their stomach, and to sleep in a state of hunger, which they say the most difficult torment is a torment of hunger. So the ocean of hunger is a tremendous difficulty upon the soul and the souls and the reality upon people. So it opens a tremendous state of compassion, and that we hope and pray that Allah make us to be very compassionate and come out more compassionate as a result of Ramadan, to be sensitive to people's needs, especially those of a lesser ability and need of hunger and provision. That we come out to be a nation that cares and takes care of our brothers and sisters, and to relieve their state of hunger where we can, inshaAllah. We pray that Allah open the gates of rahmah and to allow us our entry into the holy month of Ramadan with all its immense blessings and all its love, under the guidance and nazar of Sayyidina Muhammad and his holy companions and holy family. All the awliyaullah fi samaa'i wa fil ard, from the heavens into the earth. Subhana rabbika rabbil izzati amma yasifoon wa salaamun al mursaleen walhamdulillahi rabbil alameen. بحرمة محمد المصطفى وبسير سورة الفاتحة. يا رب الشكر، الحمد لله. And thank all those people online and wherever they are, that they are making lots of comments in the videos and in the video feeds on YouTube, on social media, they're posting and doing everything possible to post and to spread the teachings. So alhamdulillah, Allah bless everyone and bless everyone for the immense efforts and trying to ask questions and to clarify and to get a greater understanding of the way, to take notes and to study the path and to make it a real path of realities, not just entertainment for a few hours inshaAllah. What do we got for questions for tonight inshaAllah?
As-salamu alaykum Sayyidi.
Walaykum salam wa rahmatullah.
When battling the nafs, it begins to get really confusing when to defend ourselves versus when to stay quiet. Is there any time where we should respond or should we not?
InshaAllah that in most cases when the nafs is under attack, is recommended to stay silent. That the more we can stay silent at the moment of the attack, the less the nafs is going to enter. So everything is going to have its own example. So there is no one cure for every disease and for every sickness. But in a general state, if somebody is arguing with you, the one whom has the ability to remain silent is absorbing, listening to everything being said and trying to calm themselves down so that any reply should be at a time where you're not angry, because then it's not your nafs, it's logic and reason entering in. But as soon as you allow the nafs to enter into discussion or to debate and to a rebuttal, if sense and logic and patience has gone and pride and anger enter, it's a full-fledged battle of the egos. So again, for every situation there's going to be a warning to it. The propagation of lies against a public figure like a shaykh or a teacher, then they have to reply. It's not something they can stay silent. Silence in itself would deem something of a reality that's true. So you'll see at times that students kind of lose their mind and begin to post horrific things. So there are some things that have to be replied to, and they don't try to engage the nafs of people but to send out an understanding and in a sense from peace and from calmness. So again, every situation has its own remedy, but in general the one whom engages quickly back and is quick on their tongue and quick on their feet, that then can lead itself to very nafsani situations, and that's the danger. If we can catch that and realize, oh I'm gonna get angry right now, and we have many talks on that subject. It's like a chess game. Most of the situations, if you live your life like a chess game, you know when you're going to get hit with one of those situations. So there's a relative's house that you're going to visit and it always happens there, or there's a group of people you know that when you sit with them that's going to happen. So then you can't, the rule for insanity is you keep doing the same thing but you expect a different result. If every day I cross the street and this truck hits me, at some point you say, I'm not going to cross the street here anymore. But if you keep doing it and saying, I don't understand why that truck is hitting me every day, then maybe you're insane. So you're trying not to do that. So this situation is that, oh I know when I go to this place, these people, this situation comes. So then it's advised the student of the path then to remain silent knowing that situation, or avoid situations that can become very nafsani and very egotistic, because again a student of the path understands that there's lights that we carry and these lights agitate demonic beings. If you go amongst relatives and friends and people whom are doing inappropriate things and drugs and alcohol, the demons that occupy them don't appreciate the light of a believer, because they want the person that they've occupied to remain within darkness. So you have to imagine yourself that when you're doing spiritual practices, it's like you bring a light into a room of darkness. Well, those beings that encourage somebody to drink and to harm themselves with drugs and alcohol and all of these different vices, they don't appreciate spiritual people entering into that room and illuminating the heart and souls. So again, you're conscious of where you go, that light's going to agitate dark forces and dark energies. So we limit ourselves in exposure to people whom we know are engaging in darkness and bad character, and the light and the darkness they don't get along, and the truth and falsehood they don't get along. And falsehood by its nature is always perishing and it has nothing to stand on and hold itself. As a result then it perishes in the face of that light and that illumination, inshaAllah.
As-salamu alaykum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh, Sayyidi.
Wa alaykum as-salam wa rahmatullah.
Please forgive my lack of understanding and bad adab. Could you please expand on the accountability and responsibility that falls upon the student after listening to these haqqaiqs? Is it the same for the last chapter and goals we write to manifest? Thank you for everything.
Yeah, I think that everything that we hear we're accountable for. So Allah will hold us to account. You know that they say ignorance is bliss to a certain point. One who wants to be complete jahal and ignorant, they remain ignorant and they can sit in a closet and live their life accordingly, but doesn't mean that Allah won't punish them, it means they achieve nothing. But the one whom their soul has a yearning to achieve and to regain a status, lofty souls or high level souls that came upon this earth, they came with an intention that they would use this earth as a means in which to achieve their realities and to achieve what Allah has given to them of an opportunity. So they require to feed on these realities, to attain these realities. So as a result of Allah guiding them, then they're now responsible. So you can't say that, I didn't know. They said, no, you were taught. Your eyes are recording and your ears are recording, and the one whom wishes to lie to Allah and say, no, I didn't know Ya Rabbi, Allah will play back their recorder for them. That here your eyes will testify, your ears will testify to what they heard and what you saw. So you heard this reality, you saw this reality, you allowed your nafs not to want to do it, not to follow it. And that's when the teaching comes back, well, who's sitting on the chair? That's a part of the meditation. So that when I don't do something and I don't listen to the teachings and I'm not writing and taking notes and I'm not following that level of guidance, then I have to go back and meditate, and who's sitting on the chair at that time? My nafs is sitting on the chair, and then I have to identify, well every time my nafs sits on the chair he doesn't like to listen to any of the teachings. So then I can say, oh well that seems to be a greater part of the day my nafs is sitting on the chair. Because the sickness is when you don't know that you're sick, right? Because people think they're good and they're generally saying, well I'm really good because look at all my friends are really bad. But that's not the litmus, that's not the test of being good. That if all your friends are gangsters and you're not, doesn't make you good, it just means that you're trying to move away from being a gangster. Goodness is towards looking to the heavens and say that they're good and I'm trying to imitate them and move towards their reality and use them as a curve. And that's why we have the example of Sayyidina Muhammad. So we don't compare ourselves lower, but we compare ourselves with the highest and say, I have to move towards that reality. And as a result then I do my accounting. So I see how much my nafs is on my chair and doesn't let me to learn, doesn't let me to study, doesn't let me to think about, don't let me to achieve. Then I understand, okay, this is my sickness. That's why the shaykh gives these zikrs. That's why the grand shaykhs have put together recitations and etiquettes. Recite those awrads, why? Because they are medicine. For every sickness Allah has given a medicine, those are like pills. Every zikr that you do, subhanallah bihamdi, subhanallah azim, astaghfirullah, each one of those is a medicine against a sickness. Astaghfirullah al-azim, astaghfirullah al-azim, astaghfirullah al-azim, again is a medicine against immense sickness, and it heats that chair. Where the chair becomes so hot, shaitan has to get off, Za'am can sit there. And if you find yourself able to sit and do your awrad, means shaitan's not sitting on the chair, otherwise he would never let you to recite that. When you say, I can't even pray, means shaitan is so fiercely on your chair he won't let you to make prostration. That's not good, that's a dangerous sign. So that's when you know, when you do your awrad, shaitan is off. And if you can do it a lot, your nafs is also going to be burning on that chair. So that's the importance of taking a hisab, taking an accounting of oneself and trying to achieve a greater state of consciousness and reality at every moment. And not to be just content with one thing but to continuously try to grow. And that's why then review the subjects that we've talked about, there are so many. When Mahdi replays the videos after a few weeks or 4 months, some people think it's like new, like it was amazing. Why? Because the first time around they didn't catch it. And if they're not really studying it and writing it, yeah, of course they don't catch it because there's just too much information coming out 3 times a week. So when you watch the video again is again another opportunity to write your notes. Not that, oh, I already heard that talk, no, but you may be in 4 weeks or 4 months at a much higher state in which now you can comprehend the real jewellery or gems that are coming through them. So the talks for most people just seem to be like rocks, just passing through. Because in life if you really knew that they were gold you would have stopped and wrote everything, because everything has an immense secret in your reality to achieve eternal stations, it's not something small. So but because we're dunya people, if I told you go to this stream and all of a sudden you look down and there's like all these diamonds and rubies and emeralds, you would build a camp, you would live there and you would take everything from this stream and be the wealthiest person on earth. Nobody would pass that up and say, oh well that's very nice, interesting, great, and then go. Because we don't understand the value of the teachings and the realities, they're just flowing like rocks for people, just flowing, flowing. Did they catch that? Did they understand that? Did they write that gem? Because how do you pick up a gem from the spiritual reality as you write it? How are you going to pick up a gem? What does that mean to pick up a gem? Is that means you wrote something of a haqqaiq and later on you go back and look at what you wrote and you begin to meditate and contemplate on it and you begin to write a little bit more of the understanding of, I think I understand what this means for me. And then that gem begins to enrich the soul. So that's the system in which the shaykhs were taught. The holy companions, their gems are what? Is their companionship. That they accompanied the Prophet of Islam, they absorbed the realities, they wrote these realities, many of them, and as a result they became immense gems of realities because not only they got dressed by the power of hearing the voice of Sayyidina Muhammad, which there are no two that can match that. Means to hear the physical voice of Prophet was a most honoured gift, and that's what makes the holy companions to be honoured. So it means these are because of the frequency, the realities and the realities of what was being conveyed and from what presence was it being conveyed. So that's immense. So many people in their lives they don't understand the presence of even the holy hair of Prophet. They just look at it and walk by as if like any other hair. So no, this hair was at Qawba Qawsayni aw adna, because any hair from the hair of Prophet was in the presence of Allah in which no creation will achieve, not an angel, not a jinn, not anyone, not a Prophet of Islam, not a Prophet of any other religion can achieve what the Prophet of Islam, what the Prophet Sayyidina Muhammad achieved with physicality. So it means all the physicality went into the presence of Qab Qawsaini, two bone lengths or near. What is that? What was that? And how it witnessed Allah. If you understood that, then you say, okay, the hair that you have of Prophet witnessed Allah, was in the presence of Allah. That's why the no mind people that come against relics, what do they have? They have like nothing in their head. Why aren't they understanding that if it's Allah you love, how and who got the closest to Allah? Sayyidina Muhammad. Just for that sake alone, if you really loved Allah you draw near to those relics because it went into the presence, he went into the presence of Allah. So you see people are warped, they're so excited about a stone that was somewhere in paradise. But in Medina you have the actual flesh, the blood and the body and the being of Sayyidina Muhammad that stood in the presence of Allah beyond any station that Sayyidina Jibreel could ever achieve. He went and saw what his Lord wanted him to see. Doesn't that mean that every drop in DNA of it was dressed by Allah to an extent that nothing has been dressed like that? So he is a relic from Allah's relics. As we try to collect relics on earth, that Sayyidina Muhammad's personality is Allah's relic because He brought him to His presence, sent him back down to earth. So he's dressed with the Divinely dressed and Divinely lights. Anyone draws near to the Muhammadun Rasulullah has drawn the nearest that you can achieve to Allah just by the sense of his understanding of tabarak and relic, that he is a relic from the relics of Allah. Other nations they're trying to find a box of a tablet that Allah with an energy they wrote on a mountain the 10 commandments, not Allah's hand because its speech was from Sayyidina Muhammad. But those tablets that manifest into a physicality, they're hoping to grab that box and conquer the earth. And their entire belief is to move the whole world into war to find that. And then with their belief they'll make their wars based on that. For a stone that didn't even get near to Allah but just contains the words of Allah, not even written by Allah. What do you think about the presence of Prophet who went into the presence of Allah with all his DNA and all his cells, every part of his wujood is dressed by Qab Qawsaini wa adna. Anyone who goes to Medina is being dressed by the presence of Allah by virtue of the miraj. But because shaitan deceives the nation, they don't sit and think, my gosh, we do have it. Those same people that claim to think they love Allah, they come against these relics, but you should realize he is a relic of Allah. Allah gave us a Divinely relic that I brought this into my presence and I send it back to you. If you get near to him, you're near to me, the nearest that anything in creation can achieve, and nothing in creation has achieved that, not an angel. Because Sayyidina Jibreel of the archangel said, we don't go there, that's where we don't exist. It's only for you ya Sayyidi ya Rasul Kareem ya Habibul Azim. So these are all the immense gifts that Prophet has given to us. Do we sit and understand its value and meditate and contemplate? Then we would understand the jewels. The difficulties in life we have, they can be cured by these knowledges, these realities, and to be a custodian of these knowledges in this way, inshaAllah.
As-salamu alaykum Sayyidi.
Walaykum salam.
If you realize that Satan and nafs are the ones switching places on your chair, what should you do?
What you're supposed to do all your practices. You're supposed to know that your shaitan is on your chair all the time, 90% of the time. That's the whole talk. You meditate, contemplate that the shaitan is there. That's why I just explained that you're supposed to do your awrads, your zikrs, all of your practices to burn them. Most people not doing their awrad, you ask them, do you keep wudu? They said, no. Do you do your awrad, your recitations on a daily basis? Said, no. So do you understand then you're content with shaitan sitting on your chair? Say, yeah. What can you do at that time? So when Allah send punishment on a person, who's He punishing? Well, you're not sitting on the chair, your soul's not sitting on the chair, so why are you worried about punishment? Your shaitan and nafs is going to be punished. So before Allah punishes, because you're all going to get hurt because three of you are sitting in the same room. So you do your zikrs, you do your practices, you do your charity, you do your khidmat and service. Why? So that the chair becomes so heated, shaitan won't sit there, has a difficult time, and then the nafs is going to have a very difficult time. That's all the practices, that's why you get the meditation book, the energy book. You have to do those practices so that you understand that chair becomes heated. Those who don't want, which is now 99% of population, then what happens in last days? Last days there's a tremendous amount of ghadab, divine anger entering the earth. Why? Because He's not happy, Allah's not happy with shaitan and nafs on the chairs of people. He said, this is a noble creation, and those who know the realities, I created you with a Muhammadan light as a vessel to carry realities that are above the angels if you achieve. This is not a seat that you can make dirty with Satan and your nafs. As a result Allah sending punishment in the last days, and as a result punishment of the grave. Why? To clean the seat, to clean the station. This is God's immense rahmah and mercy, for if He doesn't clean the seat means you have lost all access to that possibility. Because you lost the chair in this world, you lost the authority and the ability to achieve that authority. But Divine Grace is actually saying, no, I'm going to then clean you in the grave. I'm going to clean everybody on this earth with sicknesses and difficulties, and towards the last days becomes divine angers, wars and punishments. Why? To clean the chair. Well, anyone with a little bit of sharpness will say, I'll clean it myself, I don't need that, Ya Rabbi, please. I'm going to do my zikrs, I'm going to do my practices, I'm going to wash, I'm going to pray, I'm going to do the things to clean my chair and cast shaitan out. And I'm going to cast my nafs out as much as possible so that I can sit back upon the chair with the soul and the reality of the soul, inshaAllah.
As-salamu alaykum Sayyidi.
Wa alaykum salam wa rahmatullah.
Sayyidi, I'm a new convert, and since the day of bay'ah, nafs and shaitan try to lead me astray. Sorry my English is not good, I'm learning. I make the prayers, watch the videos, do the meditation, I connect with Sayyidina Hajjah Amina, but I feel powerless and very, very tired. Is this normal?
Definitely. Anytime that you're trying to come against shaitan and the whole satanic system that for 30 or 40 years has been built within our lives, that is going to try to deplete our energy, that the nafs puts on the brakes and makes everything to be difficult. So it's a big fight, it's a big fight against the nafs. That's why you do the zikrs and make your istighfar, astaghfirullah al-azim wa atubu ilayk. From the beginning of the day to the mid-afternoon you say, astaghfirullah al-azim wa atubu ilayk, astaghfirullah al-azim wa atubu ilayk, and making and asking for istighfar. And after the middle of the day then make salawats, Allahumma salli ala Sayyidina Muhammad wa ala ali Sayyidina Muhammad sallim. So these salawats are on the app, and all of these are on the app, you recite them on a daily basis. Keep yourself in your ritual washing and wudu so that your energy is being shielded from every type of negativity, and know that any great battle is going to be tough, especially if you train in fighting. You should know that fighting is never something easy. So anyone who enters into fighting should understand that a fight is never easy. And do you think a fight with the devil would be easy? No. So anybody who understands the last days is warfare. So great wars are coming upon the earth. This is the beginning of spiritual warfare. So any type of fight is not easy. So spiritual fighting with devils and nafs are not easy, but God's grace is very powerful. If you do the practices, keep the wudu, and that's why we said meditate for asking for madad. As soon as you meditate and contemplate asking that their madad be with you, their energy to be with you, their nazar to be with you, so that that energy of support begins to come and to help and to bring God's grace and the bounty of Allah with all of God's servants to be surrounding us with their energies and their powers and their grace, inshaAllah.
As-salamu alaykum Sayyidi.
Wa alaykum salam wa rahmatullah.
Sayyidi, since Allah is the holder of all provisions, should we ignore any consequences to us giving? Is it allowed to borrow to give knowing that we can pay it back?
Yeah. That's you want to give from what you received, so that like a tax upon what has been given to you, not to indebt yourself and give that which is not yours to give. So yeah, you have a situation, somebody give in one place, they go downstairs and borrow from another place. So you can't do… the objective that you're trying to achieve is to understand your sense of faith, that and it's the analogy is like a plate of food. If it was just all you had in this world is this plate of food, and God sends you this pizza, cheese pizza, and that's it, that's all you have as a provision. Do you eat the whole pizza in your logic? And there's one other guy next to you and your teacher next to you, what do you do with that pizza? You eat it by yourself, then you seem to be a very greedy person in your mentality, no sense of a consciousness. This is then the benefit of Ramadan. Or the tariqah and the teachings of Sayyidina Muhammad is to look at this pizza I have and to think about who else doesn't have. So this one other person they don't have, and then I have a responsibility to my teacher, and as a result then I divide my provision, that I say I'm going to share my food with my brother, because how can I eat and he's sitting and not eating food. So I'm going to give a percentage of my provision, what we call zakat is alms or charity, sadaqah, that if it's a smaller provision on a daily basis I'm going to give. If I got a pizza just one time that year, it's a zakat, that from that I have to give from it. And at the same time my shaykh is next to me who's teaching me, guiding me, he's not asking for anything, but he say, I just got this wonderful pizza, here's a slice for you. How could I eat where you're not… you're just staring at me and you're teaching to me, so I'm entertaining, it's nice for me. So it's just common sense that here's a slice for you, here's a slice for you. And what God wanted was that to have that consciousness, there's nothing that's just mine. I'm merely trying to earn the rank of being a custodian for God's wealth. If you achieve that, God sends you more. This guy's pretty good with this stuff. We'll send him 2-3 pizzas. Then he says, well I can only eat 3 slices, so let me take my 3 slices, give a slice to my teacher, and now here's a whole bunch of stuff now for these people who don't have food. And that becomes Islam. Islam means that we submit that Allah is the owner of my home, my provision, my children, my entire life He owns it. I'm merely asking to be and to regain my status like a manager, that I'm not saying it's mine and it's not His. I'm saying, no, everything be owned by Allah, Malikul Mulk. He's the mulk, he's the king of he's the malik of all mulk. I'm merely his custodian. If you do your custodianship good, the flow will flow to the servant. But if the person enters in and steals all the silverware, then God doesn't trust them again. Says, this one seems to like everything you sent him, steal it. So that's not going to happen. It has to be then, it's all very sort of commonsensical. Don't make it difficult. What you got there has to be shared, then God sends you a lot more. But if you say, oh I got these, now I'm going to put these 50 pizzas in the freezer because maybe I won't have pizza tomorrow. Why? The one who sent you these 50, all of a sudden your faith went that he's going to send you no more? Unless you're like you became a renegade and against the faith, even those 50 you save Allah will send somebody to steal them, if that's your concern. But you say, no I'm still a good person, so why you start freezing 50 pizzas for? Same system, eat what you got, put a little bit aside for you and then put the rest, give it. It's not going anywhere. So then that was the sense of faith, and read from Tazkiyat al-Awliya how everything was just flowing and flowing. And that's why the tariqahs have an abundance of flow, because of the barakah of the practices, their belief system, the entire practice system that they have is immense flowings of blessings. And that they can feed, look we got these vans and how many hundreds of thousands of pounds of food are being fed now in 5 or 6 different locations and cities where they weren't flowing before. But as soon as you start to do these practices, Allah shows the bounty of tariqah that I'll fill the truck up so much that you don't even have enough volunteers to drive and pick up at another location. Hundreds of thousands of pounds of hundreds of thousands of dollars worth of food. Very expensive foods that if you try to buy yourself, not possible. Well that's Allah's bounty, and He's saying, what? Why is it going to dry up? Why are you worried about your provision drying up? But you have to have this whole system of what comes in and this has to be distributed. If you're trustworthy, the next level Allah will increase. And again watch again that you're distributing, inshaAllah.
As-salamu alaykum Sayyidi.
Wa alaykum salam wa rahmatullah.
Thank you for your teachings.
Thank you.
If our soul is not perfected, we still make many mistakes, but soul hearing begins to open. It comes and goes. Should we consider what's heard or should we ignore it?
Should we consider what's heard? That the soul's hearing is that you're going to hear a sense of consciousness. So you're going to clarify what you hear on your consciousness, that when you meditate, and this only can open if you have a strong connection with the shaykh. If you're hearing without the connection of a shaykh, means you're whispering and your waswas is playing with you. So since you can't see, that's very dangerous, never listen to those types of things. If you're not based on the system we've taught where you're strong connection with the shaykh, you feel the presence of the shaykh, you feel yourself vanishing and the presence of the shaykh appearing, then you understand that when something is being inspired within your heart towards worshipness, I'm supposed to be worshipping more, I'm supposed to sit in this meditation more, I'm supposed to do this spiritual practice more. That's the only listening that you listen to. But when the ego gets in, it's like, oh I want this person, I want this money, I want this, it becomes all material and dunya. That's not an inspiration, that's not the listening, that's just the nafs now saying, oh look this guy doesn't know what he's doing and I'm going to start talking into his ear. Your friend, yeah they don't know what they're doing, oh the neighbour they're doing this in the backyard wrong, then this person is praying wrong, and shaitan is now whispering everything into your ear and make you go out and tell people, fight people, try to expose people. No, that's not the tariqah. So these are very sensitive, delicate issues, that's why you get the meditation book, and the understanding of meditation is the foundation. So if you take pieces of what we say and not the whole, you can become fasiq and corrupt, and that's very dangerous, right? So you say, "Oh Shaykh, I heard about all that teaching and hearing and I hear all these guides coming and talking to me and teaching me and saying this and to do that and to do this." But you left out the part of connecting to your shaykh and to your guide, because that becomes the great purifier. When you have a connection with your shaykh, he's clearing out any residue of a false connection. So the shaykh that you know you're connecting with, you hear him, you have access to his email. If something's going wacky in what you think, you have to clarify for it. You say, "I'm thinking all these dunya things," so that's wrong, don't do that. You don't act on it. "Oh it came to me like this, it came to me," every type of hallucination. No, that's why you have the physical guide. You can't have a guide who passed away. You have a physical guide to ask, "These are the coordinates I'm thinking or understanding, is my nafs playing with me?" Say, "Of course your nafs playing with you." So your connection is, I'm nothing, and visualizing the power of the shaykh, I'm only asking for energy. You feel energy coming, you feel yourself heating up, you feel yourself vanishing, and it's a tremendous amount of energy. You feel yourself crying all the time because there's energy and the soul's energy coming. So these are very specific. Get the meditation book and begin to read page by page by page, 2.5 years of questions and answers, and it's all there. So we have to follow the system inshaAllah so that we can achieve the maximum benefit and avoid hallucinating and then letting devils come into the ears and whispering and devils playing with the eyes, because you're entering into the realm of unseen. That's why you take the hand of the guide and you enter in through that door. If you leave the guide behind, you're entering in through a door you can't imagine what's on that other side, and that's very dangerous. That's why the new age system doesn't work. Their enneagram system is a lie. Enneagram is based on the shaykh. These are 9 sultan and awliyas that have to take you through their system of perfection to make you a star. They're not 9 psychological states in which you can achieve by yourself. You can't even achieve one state by yourself, more or less going through 9 psychological states by yourself. So, yeah. InshaAllah.
As-salamu alaykum Sayyidi.
Wa alaikum salam.
I'm a little hesitant while asking this question, but my heart inspired me to ask. Sayyidi, was watching your video in which you were mentioning Maqam al-Ihsan, where Quran is like Ummul Kitab. Sayyidi, how to get on this level?
Yeah, nice question, and I think your soul was sitting on the chair wondering if it should even ask that question. Yes, so that's good, and then the nafs took over and typed it. So that's how you know who's sitting on the chair. Yeah, those are things, when we talk about these realities, these are a reality set for us to understand the greater Muhammadan reality, so that your soul has a yaqeen and certainty against the teachings of shaitan, that this was a normal man, Allah forbid, he came, delivered a message and went. And now we have the book of Allah and our relationship is with Allah. So that's the teachings. Reality comes into the heart of people from awliya, from the heart of Prophet's haqqaiqs is, no, it's not that at all. So there's an immense reality. What they're reading is Furqan, and these are the 3 states of the holy book, right and wrong. They didn't get the codes from Qur'an. And only when you accepted La ilaha illallah Muhammadun Rasulullah a spark enters into the heart. The Qur'an will read through your eyes, right? What's in your heart will reflect into your eyes. The letters of the Qur'an read your eyes, so it scans you. If you thought your phone can scan you from a bunch of people in Asia making that technology, what about the one who made those people from Asia? The technology is superior from the heavens. The Qur'an is looking in your eye, looking at your optics, feels your hand when you touch the book, reads the sensors from all of your thumbprint, everything, and reads your eyes. Everything of the Qur'an is alive but not yet even created, means every huruf has an angel. All of it is emanating power, all of it is reading. If it sees the light of Muhammadun Rasulullah, now the reality of Qur'an is opening. That the Furqan mixed with the Arabic messenger is opening the way of Qur'an. But then the Kitab means then the realities within the fountainhead. You know the waterfall when it flows, but at the point all the way at the top of the water flow, in the heart that emanating these realities, in the heart of Muhammadun Rasulullah is the fountainhead of all realities, where this waterfall is flowing from, what we call Manzil Qur'an, the heart of Holy Qur'an. Well, how do you get to there? So that we can enjoy that scenery is by being a huge ashiqeen, right? In which you love Prophet more than you love yourself. So you have to take your soul into the heart of Prophet which you can't enter in, only Prophet can invite you in. By what? Your durood sharif, your salawats, your service, your khidmat, everything that was dear to Prophet do what was dear so that you can achieve a dearness to Sayyidina Muhammad, right? So was khidmat, service, loyalty, all that he expected of his companions you do to your teacher. He expected of his companions to fight, you fight yourself. He expected of his companions to be generous, to follow the example. What they learned they had to enact 100%. And he told the holy companions, if you leave 10% of what I'm telling you now, you enter into Jahannam. In the last days there'll be people who only follow 10% and they enter into paradise, right? Because it's just too hard and people's nafses are too strong. But the holy companions, what were they doing? They followed everything, everything. They were walking examples of the immense reality and that love. So that's something that's immense. As a result they have an immensely high station with immense love. If he walked a certain way around a rock they immediately copied that entire system. Not only because they copied it but they could see the light of the footprints of Prophet. So for the adab of that reality the Ottomans kept the dirt and the dirt roads of Medina to remain from the soil that Prophet walked on, right? But the people whom came they didn't have these manners and this belief and they put marble on everything. So now you can no longer see the dirt because that was dirt and soil in which Prophet was walking. Its light would be emanating as beams of light everywhere. They didn't have that belief and they threw stones on everything and covered it. But their levels of faith prior to us then were immense levels of faith. So we by love are asking that Prophet to look at us and gaze upon us, ishfalana unzur halana wa ishfalana, that please look upon me, look upon me. That's then the whole service of tariqah. So that's all the talks and all the teachings. That's why we do what we do, that's why we show up and suit up and do our service and live a life of showing our service, showing our loyalty, showing our dedication, making comments. Don't sit as a hidden potato, hidden somewhere in this universe nobody knows if you're watching or not. You want the nazar of Prophet, make a comment, support the system, support the websites, take the articles, put them onto Facebook. Let your name and your social profile in heaven be known so that people in heaven are like, who's that? Not who is that, but that look at that, we know who this person is, they're everywhere. they're on every social media profile. The dunya is going to do it now. They're going to have a social index based on if they like you or not and if you're going to eat or not. Now shaitan is copying the system from the heavens, but the heavens is the more important one to worry about. That's hasbunallahu wa ni'mal wakeel. Make sure Allah's good with you, don't worry about shaitans. So that's the whole system. That's why we do what we do, that's why we're active, we're support, we go out, we do khidmat. You don't have to go on social media but you can share it. You can share the articles, you can go out and give food and you can learn and study. And the greatest way is to do da'wah, and da'wah is so much easier than now going out and trying to hand books. Before we would have to make cassettes of Shaykh Nazim's talks, Mawlana's talks, and we would go and hand them out because you have to do da'wah. So our life is about da'wah, but Allah made da'wah very easy. Make an account under SMC, so it's not you on social media putting your face and having people direct message you and trying to talk inappropriately with you. You put an account under SMC, Muhammadan way, whatever you can think, Muhammadan love, the heart of Sayyidina Muhammad, noble names so that you behave correctly, and as a result you start posting and doing da'wah. Posting articles, post the article on the charity, post the water wells, the Ramadan, post the article on this, take the short videos. And every life and everyone has to do da'wah. If one person comes from your posting and accepts Islam or comes into this way, imagine the gift that you have. We said before, now our people are posting all over Spanish forums and I'm seeing all these Spanish names are coming in, alhamdulillah. Post it and those people should now go back out and start posting back into Spanish and Latin American forums, Russian forums, Urdu we have, India we have, English and whatever language else we can think of, and that's our life is da'wah. That's all the shaykh is doing, so copy what your shaykh is doing. We didn't inherit anything where everyone just comes to us because of our inheritance. We had to work for what we have, and as a result the system that we learned is the system that we're told to teach, right? If you go to somebody else and they just inherit everything, they want to give the same system that like you're going to inherit everything, don't do anything. But no, our system wasn't inherited, our system was we worked for 30 years to do this. And as a result Prophet found favour with it and said, tell your other people to do the same because they're not going to inherit anything either. You have to work for it, you have to go out and post and da'wah and teach and all of these realities, give food, give service, be of service. So alhamdulillah for 30 years we're doing that, inshaAllah.
As-salamu alaykum, Shaykh.
Wa alaykum salam.
Can you please explain the 9 awliya of perfection?
Someday inshaAllah. There are 9 and these are in the 9 states and 9 Sultan al-Awliyas. They are in charge of star formation, turning people into stars, right? Where Prophet is a star maker and said that, any of my companions you follow they're like a najm, they're like stars in heavens on dark nights guiding, any one of them will guide you. Because Prophet's reality is the annihilator, like the black hole that makes everything into a star. And he put for this earth 9 Sultan al-Awliyas and they're positioned like in a circle, that if a student enters into that association under their nazar, by their khidmat, their service, and you got their attention, means then they'll bring that soul into that system and begin to teach them. We have on YouTube the videos because it's very detailed and long topics, and on Nur Muhammad you go to Nur Muhammad and the 9 Sultan al-Awliya are 9 points, and the shaykh at point 1, the shaykh at point 2, and the reality of shaykh at 1. The shaykh at position 1 teaches tawheed and La ilaha illallah, and that to come into Tawheed and the reality, haqqaiq of Tawheed throughout your life and everything to do with your life. And then keep going all the way around to the ninth and the reality of the nine. This system of these 12 months is based on that position of the ninth shaykh and the reality and the haqqaiq of the sultan. So these realities and this way of teaching is based on the Sultan al-Awliya. So if it's not under the permission of that ninth shaykh, this way of marifah can't be understood because this is all based on the nine, not the one, the two or the four. It's based on the system of the nine where you enter in on Bab al-Tawbah, you enter in then to Surat al-Kahf, then you enter into Surat al-Najm, not the Naml 27 and then 36 and 45 and then 54. So that's based on that system of the Sultan and Awliya and the gate of nine. But when the student is achieving these realities, then each of these shaykhs' nazars are perfecting their belief system and their understanding and their haqqaiqs and making them into a najm, which is a Divinely star that shines, and ishraqiyun when they become like suns, because the sun is a star. In the last days the ones whom are under this teachings they become ishraqiyun. Although how they can become a star if they didn't even teach them anything of these realities, right? If they're not being taught these realities and they think they're going to become ishraqiyun, by what grace they're going to become ishraqiyun when they don't even know what a star is, what the light of Prophet is, what is the reality of these realities. So you have to be enrolled in these courses for ishraqiyun to manifest, and ishraqiyun manifest from the West because they become rising stars. As a result their ulum and their knowledges are of immense lights, immense realities of Prophet because that's the Shams al-Arifin, that's the sun of all knowledges and the reality to achieve those knowledges. So it's very important to enter into these states, to enter into these knowledges, to rise, to be like suns upon the earth. Because we said the east will be in darkness, right? They're having concerts out there, they're having rave out there, every type of thing is now being banned, every religious thing is being banned, everything is being shut down. So means these ishraqiyun will be located in the West, and Allah is giving to their souls immense realities until they illuminate and set a light up. So the system of the sun rising from the West, more important is what will be happening spiritually. So when the whole hemisphere and the system collapses, where the actual sun will rise from the West, but at that time it's tidal waves and earthquakes and shattering of everything. But prior to that the spiritual suns will rise from the West, in which the illumination and knowledges and realities illuminate from the West and they shed their light upon the East, inshaAllah. So these are opportunities for people in the West to study, and that's in the book of the guidance. What's our book on the guidance with the big sun on the cover? Any idea? Rising Sun of the West, yeah. But if you study that you'll understand that system that has to begin to take place. So that's an opportunity for people in the West, that's a destiny from Prophet. People like it, they don't like it, doesn't matter, because this is what Prophet destined. that the sun would rise from the west, and they don't care for dunya. So the spiritual understanding of it is more important. So those whom would be called to that reality, then these are ancient reality that Prophet is guiding them. And the ones in the east, they can learn it because you won't find it in the east anymore, because it's set, it's in darkness. If they try to talk about that in the east, they get attacked and under attacked. Countries that were supposed to be religious are political. So you see that it's becoming more and more Maghrib and darkened, Maghrib and zulm. Darkness is like oppression, that when they become and enter into darkness they enter into oppression and oppressive characteristics, and in reality they come against and they are against Islam. So these are great opportunities for learning and to achieve a destiny that Allah has opened in this region. So alhamdulillah, inshaAllah Allah include us all amongst those seeking that reality and the Muhammadan haqqaiq inshaAllah.
As-salamu alaykum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu, Sayyidi.
Wa alaykum salam wa rahmatullah.
Could you please explain the tree of certainty and its 4 branches?
The tree of certainty and its 4 branches? That would require a bit more time inshaAllah. Yeah, inshaAllah. Subhana rabbika rabbil izzati amma yasifoon wa salaamun al mursaleen walhamdulillahi rabbil alameen. Ila sharaf al-Nabi sallallahu alayhi wa sallam wa alihi wa sahbihi kiram. قل مشايخنا في طريقة النقشبندية العالية وسائر وساداتنا والصديقين عن الفاتحة. Shafat ya Rasul Kareem, inshaAllah Jummah Mubarak to everybody, inshaAllah biniyat khatm khawjagan. A'udhu billahi minash shaitanir rajeem, bismillahir rahmanir rahim. Ashhadu an la ilaha illallah wa ashhadu anna Muhammadan abduhu wa rasuluh.
Ashhadu an la ilaha illallah wa ashhadu anna Muhammadan abduhu wa rasuluh. Ashhadu an la ilaha illallah wa ashhadu anna Muhammadan abduhu wa rasuluh. 25 times astaghfirullah. Astaghfirullahi alladhi la ilaha illa huwa al-hayyul qayyum wa atubu ilayh. Innahu huwa at-tawwabur rahim. Min kulli dhanbin wa ma'siyatin, min kulli ma yukhalifu din al-Islam, min kulli ma yukhalifu ash-shari'ah, min kulli ma yukhalifu at-tariqah, min kulli ma yukhalifu al-ma'arifah, من كل ما يخالف الحقيقة، من كل ما يخالف العظيم يا أرحم الراحمين. يا الله، اللهم يا مسبب الأسباب، يا مفتح الأبواب، يا مقلب القلوب والأبصار، يا دليل المتحيرين، يا غياث المستغيثين، يا حي يا قيوم يا ذو الجلال والإكرام. وأفوض أمري إلى الله، إن الله بصير بالعباد. Rabita Sharif, and 7 times Surah Fatiha. 10 times salawat. Seven times Surah Inshirah. Eleven times Surah Ikhlas. Seven times Surah Fatiha. Ten times salawat. إلى شرف النبي صلى الله عليه وسلم وإلى أرواح إخوانه من الأنبياء والمرسلين وخدماء شرائعهم وإلى أرواح مشايخنا في الطريقة النقشبندية العالية خاصة إلى روح إمام الطريقة وغوث الخليقة خواجة بهاء النقشبند محمد الواسي البخاري وإلى سلطان الأولياء مولانا الشيخ عبد الله فايز داغستاني وإلى سلطان الأولياء مولانا الشيخ ناظم الحقاني مولانا الشيخ هشام القباني مولانا الشيخ عدنان القباني مولانا الشيخ عادل مولانا سيدي الشيخ نورجان مرحمدي صاحب الزمان سيدنا محمد المهدي عليه السلام وروح الله سيدنا عيسى عليه السلام وسيف الله سيدنا علي عليه السلام وإلى سائر ساداتنا والصديقين. الفاتحة. فاعلم أنه لا إله إلا الله 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 لا إله إلا الله
إله إلا الله لا 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 إله إلا الله محمد رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم لا إله إلا الله محمد رسول الله عليه صلوات الله لا إله إلا الله محمد رسول الله عليه صلوات الله لا إله إلا الله محمد حبيب الله عليه صلوات الله لا إله إلا الله محمد حبيب الله عليه صلوات الله لا إله إلا الله محمد خليل الله عليه صلوات الله لا إله إلا الله محمد خليل الله عليه صلوات الله لا إله إلا الله محمد صفي الله عليه صلوات الله لا إله إلا الله محمد صفي الله عليه صلوات الله لا إله إلا الله محمد نبي الله عليه صلوات الله لا إله إلا الله محمد نبي الله عليه صلوات الله لا إله إلا الله محمد نجي الله عليه صلوات الله لا إله إلا الله محمد نجي الله عليه صلوات الله لا إله إلا الله محمد شفيع الله عليه صلوات الله لا إله إلا الله محمد شفيع الله عليه صلوات الله والسلام عليك الله 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 الله
Allah, 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 Hasbunallahu wa ni'mal wakeel, ni'mal mawla wa ni'mal nasir, wala hawla wala quwwata illa billahil aliyyil azim. Hasbunallahu wa ni'mal wakeel, ni'mal mawla wa ni'man nasir, wala hawla wala quwwata illa billahil aliyyil azim. Allahu Allah ke, Allahu Allah ke, Allah ke, Allahu 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 Allah hai, 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 Allah hai, ya qayyum 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 Allah hai, ya qayyum. Hasbunallahu wa ni'mal wakeel, نعم المولى ونعم النصير ولا حول ولا قوة إلا بالله العلي العظيم يا هو يا هو يا دائم يا هو يا هو يا دائم يا هو يا هو يا دائم الله يا هو يا دائم الله يا هو يا دائم يا دائم يا دائم يا دائم يا الله يا حليم يا حليم يا حليم يا الله يا حفيظ يا حفيظ يا حفيظ يا الله يا لطيف يا لطيف يا لطيف يا الله يا غفار يا غفار يا غفار يا الله يا ستار يا ستار يا ستار يا الله يا فتاح يا فتاح يا فتاح يا الله يا مجيب يا مجيب يا مجيب يا الله يا معز يا معز يا معز يا الله يا معين يا معين يا معين يا الله يا ودود يا ودود يا ودود يا الله يا رحمن يا رحمن يا رحمن يا الله يا رحيم يا رحيم يا رحيم يا الله يا حنان يا حنان يا حنان يا الله يا منان يا منان يا منان يا الله يا ديان يا ديان يا ديان يا الله يا سبحان يا سبحان يا سبحان يا الله يا سلطان يا سلطان يا سلطان يا الله يا أمان يا أمان يا أمان يا الله يا الله يا الله يا الله يا الله أنت الله أنت الله أنت الله يا الله هو الله هو الله هو الله يا الله هو الله هو الله هو الله يا الله حسبنا الله ونعم الوكيل نعم المولى ونعم النصير ولا حول ولا قوة إلا بالله العلي العظيم حسبنا الله ربنا الله 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 حسبنا الله ونعم الوكيل نعم المولى ونعم النصير ولا حول ولا قوة إلا بالله العلي العظيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم 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 بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم
بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم حسبنا الله ونعم الوكيل نعم المولى ونعم النصير ولا حول ولا قوة إلا بالله العلي العظيم يا غالبا غير مغلوب 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 يا شاهدا غير مغلوب يا شاهدا غير مغيب يا شاهدا غير مغيب يا شاهدا غير مغيب يا قاربا غير بعيد يا قاربا غير بعيد يا قاربا غير بعيد يا غالبا غير مغلوب يا غالبا غير مغلوب يا غالبا غير مغلوب صلوات اللهم صل على محمد وعلى آل محمد وسلم 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 اللهم صل على محمد وعلى آل محمد وسلم.
صل يا ربي وسلم جميع أنبيائه والمرسلين وكل أجمعين والحمد لله رب العالمين. إلى أشرف النبي صلى الله عليه وسلم وعلى أصحابه الكرام. وأنا من شيخنا في طريقة النقشبندية العالية خاصة شهر نشبة محمد ويس البخاري سلطان أولياء الشيخ عبد الفيز الداغستاني الشيخ محمد ناظم هذا الحكاني مولانا الشيخ هشام كباني الشيخ عدنان كباني الشيخ محمد عادل مولد خالق الخجدواني صاحب زمان سيد محمد المهدي عليه السلام روح الله سيدنا عيسى عليه السلام سيف الله سيدنا عليه السلام ثم سيدنا أبو بكر الصديق سيدنا عمر سيدنا عثمان إمام الحسن عليه السلام إمام الحسين عليه السلام سيداتنا فاطمة عليه السلام وسائر وساداتنا وصدقين الفاتحة. الشهادة يا رسول الكريم آمين آمين. السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. Inshallah, Jummah Mubarak to everyone. Allah bless you and inshallah we see everybody tomorrow night. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. This is Shaykh Nurjan. Thank you for watching the video that you're watching. Inshallah, if you're happy with the content and happy with these programs, please support the button below, the programs that we have for our orphanage repairs, our water well, Give the Gift of Life, our mobile food vans. We have now 5 vans, Vancouver, Chicago, Los Angeles, Pakistan. There's many programs that reach thousands of people and rescue foods and give those supplies to people in need. Your support is greatly appreciated. Also, be so kind as to leave loving comments, and please share the stream. Every bit counts. As-salamu alaykum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
A Timeless Reality with Shaykh Nurjan Mirahmadi guides the reader in meditation, connecting the heart to a guide and to daily spiritual practices, to understand the effects of positive and negative energy, and to progress the reader in their spiritual awakening and the soul's connection to the world of light. The Divine's Ancient Timeless Reality. Order on Amazon.com.
Eastern cultures use teas and herbs as an elixir of health and wellness. Rumi Rose Teas revives this ancient tradition with a collection of over 40 delicious hand-blended teas. Enjoy God-given health and wellness within every cup of Rumi Rose tea. Order online now.